The Pro Cup Series takes on Talladega for the first time in 2015. This past Tuesday night, the boys from the Pro Cup Series took on the Talladega Superspeedway for the first time in this young 2015 season. It was a night that a lot of drivers ended up seeing a different style of race. Qualifying got underway, and it saw Justin Bird claim his first ever pole with a 48.84. David Worrells in second. It was Vic Wagner in third, Rick Reinert in fourth, and Brian Mescal Jr. rounding out the top five. But when the race got underway, some drivers struggled to get underway. Justin Bird had some problems inside of the garage after qualifying. He couldn't get his pole-setting 41 car out to the racetrack. Michael Cornish couldn't qualify and get out on the racetrack either. So that left 10 drivers to duel for what could be one of the oddest super speedway races we've had all year. Usually when it comes to Talladega, you take a look at 3 and 4 wide racing and pack racing. Well, it didn't happen that way. A couple of on-the-track incidents separated the field. For 3/4 of the race, it was dual tandem racing. 2-car draft through most of the race. But when it was all said and done, a late race caution got everybody back together, and the finish was one of the best of the year. Rick Reinert took his number 19 Subway Toyota to victory lane now for back-to-back weeks as he claims victories at Martinsville and Talladega.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm.
Talking about an odd back-to-back set, the smallest track to the biggest track. But he definitely punches his ticket as a championship contender. He had second place Brian Kaufman, which through most of the race was his dual tandem drafting buddy, with Damon Cox rounding out third, Brian Mescal fourth, David Worrells in fifth, Brandon Combs in sixth, Vic Wagner in seventh, Cody Early in eighth, Bobby Camden, who had the best night of all the drivers, in ninth, leading the most laps, and Travis Pryor rounding out the top 10. Points after race number 10 of the season, Brian Mescal Jr. increases his lead with 158 points over Rick Reinert, who starts to chop away, 136 points. David Worrells stands in third with 115. Vic Wagner 1 point behind David with 114. And Lando Sackett, who did not compete on Tuesday night, clings on to the top five with 109 points. The series gets ready to roll on as they leave the Talladega Superspeedway, and now they turn their attention to another challenge on the 2015 schedule. That challenge being the Kansas Speedway. The SpongeBob 200 comes at you next Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. This is the Pro Cup Series Radio Network.
Fighting the system like a true modern-day Robin Hood.